2019 is ending, and let's do a little review about what I've learned this year. In life, many people say that we learn from our failures, and well, I've had many of those, so let's just discuss those today. Last New Year's I was in Uzbekistan with my friend Alex, and after New Year's I drove to the Turkmenistan border, and oh, I hate that border so much. I have my visa. Visa is $70 and it's a 3-day transit visa, and you're only allowed to drive from top to bottom in one straight line. They had me pay $500 extra.
So that's $100 for your car to go through, and $150 for the fuel because it's so cheap here.
And that's bullshit, because the fuel in Iran is so much cheaper than Turkmenistan, and I already had my tanks full and I could easily drive 600 kilometers from top to bottom.
No, I'm sorry, the fuel's so cheap here, so yeah, you have to pay it.
And I was like, okay, you know what, if you're gonna let me pay that much money, then I'm gonna drive 600 kilometers in the wrong direction to see the capital of your country. And that also did not give any problems when I left the country, and that video is of the capital is actually doing pretty well. So in the beginning of the year, I had 15,000 of you awesome guys following me.
15.
It's because of my language. Sometimes people think I say 15 and I actually say 50. Anyways, nowadays I have over 95,000 of you awesome guys following me. Thank you so much. Thank you. It also meant that last year my dream of
When I reach 50,000 following, I will make a full-time travel income.
Yeah, that kind of like fell into the ocean, because that's not true. I literally make the exact same money from YouTube advertisements right now as what I was making in the beginning of the year. Also, there's something else I want to address. I've seen a lot of comments on my channel last year like,
oh, I wish I had his life. He has such an amazing life. I want that life too.
well, you know, what you see
It's not reality.
this is YouTube or Instagram, and YouTubers and Instagrammers only show their
Highlights.
which means they're really,
Great successes.
Or they're really great lows.
because that's what people want to see. And the other 95% of the time I'm sitting on my computer editing for days in a row, or doing this scene over for about 20 times because I was not satisfied with the previous 19 times. Yeah, so don't idealize this lifestyle. I think a working lifestyle can also be really amazing because you have a job, you have security, and you probably earn more than my $300 per month, and you can actually save money, and then you can actually go on a vacation and spend money and do things instead of like always living on a budget. So yeah, don't idealize this lifestyle. I think your lifestyle is just as amazing as mine is. You know, if there's one thing that I learned from the last 3 years of traveling, and then another 3 years before that of working and studying in other countries, is that we should try to find the life circumstances that we like most and then make the best of it. I mean, you know, things go wrong in my life, things go right in my life. It's the same for everyone. Ugh, I hate it. Stupid tape will not hold. Ugh. So I'm in a couch surfing place in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I bought a green screen because I wanted to try things out with a green screen, but you know, it's not my place, so I cannot make holes in the wall to hang it up, so I did it with tape, and every few hours it comes down. But so the whole point of this video is to show you that my life is not better than yours, and yeah, I think I'm doing a great job. Whatever. Then I arrived into Iran, and don't get me wrong, Iran is a beautiful country with friendly people and amazing food, and the food is cheap. But I was walking around with my camera in Tabriz, some of you might remember, and then this undercover police car came and was like,
Hey, can you come with us?
or actually,
Hey, you have to come with us.
and they brought me to this building, not a police building, and I was sitting, being interrogated within 4 concrete walls for 8 hours. And yeah, that was my first interrogation in my life. Kind of like a first date, but then different, I guess. Anyways, I made a video about that, and the video got about 1 million hate comments, and people were saying like,
Yeah, you shouldn't complain about being in an interrogation room because for us, when we go to another country, it's normal.
and don't get me wrong, I'm really sorry if this reality is normal for you, but for me, it was not normal. For me, I also don't think it's normal, but it was not normal. It was my first experience, and yeah, so that was a really difficult part of this year. All those hate comments, and people really went really far and started hate commenting on general other videos just because they only have
Hate in their life.
and you know, if you're one of those, well, you can hate comment on this video because I don't care anymore. You know, when I look at it now, I think it's a pretty good story to tell to my grandson in the future, that day that I actually have a grandson. Yeah, that was 1% of Iran, and the other 99% was super nice, beautiful, and especially the diesel, 5 cents per liter. I think I drove the whole country for less than $20, and the country is pretty big. And then Pakistan!
Pakistan.
When you are a
Privileged white kid from a rich family that grew up in a first world country.
you really have no idea what you're gonna expect if you get into a 6-day police escort until you finally actually arrive in the country. Luckily, the people were super friendly, there was no danger, and I had a great time, and I stayed much longer than expected. That is of course also due to van breakdowns, because I think if there would be a prize for the most broken down van life in the world, universe, galaxy, whatever, I would probably win it. Luckily, Pakistan seemed to be a great country to fix about
Everything, like,
I have a new engine, a new gearbox, a new like everything, and I could have never done this for that price in any other country, I think. So what have I learned from 2019? I learned that you need a pretty effing lot of paperwork to fly with a dog, and I also learned that it's a pretty long process if you want to ship a van. So when I arrived in Argentina and I was standing at the check-in to get into the country and the row was pretty long and people were complaining about that, I thought, you know what, you should try to ship a van and then fly with your dog. That is my end word for 2019. 2020! How is 2020 gonna look like on Huub vlogs? Well, I'm gonna drive from South America, the bottom of Argentina, to Alaska, the top of North America. However, that will take a little bit more time than 2020. Also, I had to learn Spanish at school.
and I didn't want to, I had to.
But now I'm kind of happy I did. And I'm starting a second channel in Spanish. I make videos in Spanish and in English. So in life, we humans feel better when we do something for another human being. So if you subscribe to that channel and get me to my first 100 or 1,000 followers, then you make yourself happy and you make me happy.
What a win-win situation, right?
I put a link to the video in the description and at the end of the video. Last, I want to say I wish you a great New Year's, and if you are afraid of how your life might look like in the future, think about this. You can always become like me, a homeless person living in a shitty van. Adios. If you like my videos, subscribe.